The nomination there just been completed. I'm now a former candidate for Northwest St. James General Election 2025. My entire team was here with me this morning, the councillors, management team, and the nominating party. We look forward to a very successful but also peaceful campaign. For September 3, 2025, the constituency will reaffirm its position in my leadership as a member of Parliament for Northwest St. James.
We do so much already, now we doing more. We doing Jamaica Labour Party, yes we doing more. For you, JLP doing more.
The world see it, we all about progress. The people see it. Northwest St. James, them can't go round the world. Dr. Chang lock the place. Charles Sinclair make flankers safe. Joshua Cummins now wood, no time, no way. Peaceview, Cassava Walk, Paradise. Hunting for better, Dr. Chang now take a break.
Hey all my adventurers, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hit that subscription button. If you've been with me from the beginning or you recently joined the family, I thank you so very much. So for those who don't know, some people probably wondering what is happening in this vlog, especially my foreigners probably wondering what's happening. It's election time. This is the Most Honorable Dr. Horace Chang. He is the Deputy Prime Minister of Jamaica. He is the Minister of National Security and he's the Member of Parliament for the Northwest St. James, right? So in this vlog, right, you're going to see what nomination day process entails, right? It's a whole cultural thing at this point. It's almost like a little cultural event if you ask me, right? But nomination day is a designated day for the official naming or the selection of candidates to contest the election in the electoral division, right? So basically we're going to walk up Dr. Horace Chang, the Most Honorable. He's going to get nominated. So we're going to walk with everybody right here. So this is the Northwest St. James division. These are all the people supporting him from the Northwest St. James division. We're going to walk up to where the nomination is, which is at the Mount Alvernia High School. Then when that is done, we're going to walk down to Sharpe Square, walk around the town. They're going to give some speeches. We're also linked up with the Central St. James division as well in Sharpe Square. Then after that, we'll go on the Motorcade. Side note, these are all the councils for the Northwest St. James right here in this clip. And before going any further, for those who don't know, I own and operate a tour and transportation company right here in Montego Bay, St. James, Jamaica. So if it is that you're traveling to Jamaica, you know, anybody that's traveling to Jamaica that's looking for a tour and transportation company, then you can have them reach out to me or visit my website or WhatsApp me as well. Also, when you're finished with this vlog, you can check out some of my other vlogs, which include hotel reviews, food reviews, other important stuff like the Cornwall Regional Hospital and so on. But let's get back into it. But yes, after we go on the Motorcade, afterwards we're going to finish at Flankers football team. And the Motorcade includes going through each community within the division, right? And then when we end at the football field, I got some testimonies for some of the loyal members of the Jamaica Labour Party who have been supporting Dr. Horace Chang for a very long time. And some more speeches given by the councillors as well as the Most Honorable Dr. Horace Chang, right? So that's basically what this vlog is going to entail, right? Visually. Now, because it's going to be a long vlog, for those who don't know, the Jamaica Labour Party, they released a booklet called Record Achievements, JLP, doing more for you. So I'm actually going to be reading some of these achievements in this vlog for the majority of the vlog, to be very honest, because I know that not everybody would be able to get their hands on the booklet and the digital form was sent out, but I realized that some persons were having difficulty loading the digital form, particularly persons who had an Android, and as such, Yeah, I'm just gonna read some of it for you guys, and I'm also gonna be leaving the link for the booklet in the description below. So if it is that you actually want to, look through it on your own, you can do that as well. And seeing that it is nomination, then I'm showing you guys highlights from the Most Honorable Dr. Horace Chang, who is the Minister of National Security. It only makes sense that I start in that era. So, page 2 of the booklet says, Making Jamaica Safer. We have taken serious steps to make Jamaica safer for everyone, from recruiting and training more police to renovating stations, constructing courts, and revising laws. We are building a system that protects people and provide them with access to real justice. Right? Here are some of what we have delivered for you. First bulletin. We have brought down murders by almost 45%, making Jamaica the safest it has been in decades. Number 2. Gangs are being dismantled and guns are being taken off the streets. More than half of all known gangs were shut down and more illegal guns were found and seized. Number 3. Over 6,000 new police officers have been added since 2018, providing more police to protect your family and businesses. The total force is now 14,000, the most has ever been. Next, more than 1,800 new police vehicles have been added, so police can respond faster across the islands. So that's 1,800 new vehicles, right? Police have been given modern tools and technology to help solve crimes and keep communities safe. And I'm gonna push pause right here, because I'm gonna tell you something. You see the new ticketing, some of them get, what them wear a new ticketing thing and them push it over them shoulder, them wear it across them shoulder like a little bag. I'm gonna tell you some, man, that new ticketing system, it has really and truly changed the game of ticketing, because when you get the ticket, it goes straight into the database. Unlike back in the day, if you get a ticket that was written, some people that just crush up the ticket and say, yo, them not paying that. These days, with how everything is done now with the technology and it's in the system, like once the police officer stops you, they don't even have to ask you for your information, your documents. Like if they scan your license plate, the information for the owner of the vehicle and all of that will come up, whether it's licensed, registered, all of that. And when they do get your license, they can just put in your TRN in the system and it will show if you owe a ticket or if you have a warrant outstanding. And how it is right now, like back in the day, and when I say back in the day, it's probably like 2-3 years ago since they started doing this new ticketing system. But back then, persons could just say, oh, I'm not going to pay this ticket, and for some of them, nothing would come of it. But currently, if it is that you have an outstanding ticket and you did not show up to court like you should have, and you did not pay it, then a warrant can be put out for your arrest. And again, once they have your TRN and those stuff, they can easily pull up the fact that, listen, there's a warrant out for your arrest. So when there's a more modern tools and technology has been added, trust me, that along with Jamaica Eye. But anyways, let me get back to the booklet, right? Over 150 police stations have been upgraded and 6 new ones have been built, making the police more accessible and professional and improving their working conditions. Actually, I don't know when they started doing this booklet. I think there's been more that were built, but it's a 6, so we work with the 6. And I actually did a vlog on the Anchovy police station, so you guys can check that out when you're finished with this vlog to see what the new police station looks like. And I'm telling you, what it is coming from, the conditions that the police had to work under prior to building that new police station is just crazy to me how anybody could ever even work under those conditions, right? Next bulletin. Also, guys, this right here, this little tidbit right here, all of that is the nomination process. So you see where I don't know if I'm ID and the guy said a few words and now he's taking his picture as a candidate, and that's basically the nomination process. Anywho, next, domestic violence units have been set up at 10 police stations so that victims can report abuse in a safe and supportive space. And I think this is such a very good thing, because unfortunately, domestic violence is something that, it's present in Jamaica, and it's a challenge sometimes for when a woman or even a man, anybody who comes in to report something, and then it's just like the person who would have been the one who was abusing them would have been right there over their shoulders. So, these units, we need them, and it's good. SISOKA, the next bulletin, SISOKA has been expanded and given more resources to better serve victims in every parish. Another bulletin, tougher laws were introduced to deal with gangs, cybercrime, trafficking in persons, and organized crime. Which is so very good because sometimes when you read the news and you read the newspaper, you hear some people commit some crimes and the fines that they have to pay along with the amount of years that they get. Sometimes they're just like, is this justice, right? But yeah, this is the man himself. This is Dr. Horace Chang, right? The Minister of National Security, the Deputy Prime Minister, and the MP of Northwest. This is after he was nominated. But back to the booklet. All right, so the Jamaica Defense Force has been strengthened with 5,000 additional soldiers and new equipment for land, air, and sea operations, right? Guys, I kind of lost track. I'm just going by bulletin. So the next one says that establish MOCA as an independent body, which gave it more resources and strengthened the laws to fight organized crime, corruption, and money laundering. Next, serious prison reform started. New leadership installed and a new corrections policy introduced to focus on rehabilitation and second chances, which is so good. Like, doing some amount of rehabilitation for some of these persons that have been in the system so that when they get out of prison and they're reintroduced into society, they don't do anything to end up back in prison. So I think that's very good, the rehabilitation, right? Next, training in human rights mainstreamed as a part of JCF and JDF curriculum. Next, access to legal aid expanded plus new mobile units to reach the rural communities, giving you more legal aid, bringing legal assistance closer to you, right? The next bulletin, new and better courts were built, right? So family courts were added in 4 parishes and several others were repaired and upgraded. Next, court system being modernized, including new tech to speed up recording and deciding on cases, plus individuals can safely provide evidence remotely when necessary, which is so good because, I think back in the day, I think it's still present, but I don't think it's that prominent. And these are my opinions. Anytime you see me stop and I'm talking, I'm giving you my opinions, right? But, we have this society of inform of the dead and, snitches get stitches. But in Jamaica, it's people usually say inform of the dead. And I don't really think people are that afraid to come forward. And I think a part of it is that they feel that when they come and give information, they are protected. Right? And that's something that is very important because at the end of the day, obviously, with some cases, eyewitnesses are the ones who make you put away the criminals. And, if I'm going to be an eyewitness and that includes me risking my life, I would not necessarily want to do that or be an eyewitness. So the fact that they can, give their testimony remotely, that's a good thing. Right? Next, 5 new parish justice centers were opened, making it easier for people to get free help with legal issues close to home. Next, a new division was created for social justice, coordinating services like mediation, counseling, child diversion, and victim support. Next bulletin. Over 124,000 counseling sessions provided to nearly 13,000 children and adults facing trauma and mental health challenges. Next, our new child diversion program helped over 2,300 youths avoid courts by offering them mentorship and a second chance. And I think that's so very important. That's something that I would actually want to do. I would want to do some amount of mentoring for some of these younger children. Side note, this is the MP, Leroy Clark. This is his outfit. I absolutely loved it. It was so militant. This is His Worship the Mayor, Councillor Richard Vernon. He's a part of Central St. James. So all of his team, they were in this military outfit. And it looked really good. I loved it. But we're actually now we're now downtown at some Sharpe Square. This is where Northwest and Central St. James kind of combine together. And so this is the crowd. Well, you've been seeing the crowd. If you've been watching and not just listening to my voice, you've been seeing the crowd. And they're going to start with some of the different speeches in what they have to say. So I'm going to push pause on reading the recorded achievements so that you guys can listen to the actual politicians, right?
This government has made significant hits. The difference between the JLP and the PNP is that the JLP look at the broader picture. Even when they are in opposition and they lose and we come in, we look at some of the things that worked and we pick out sense out of nonsense. And we put our bright ideas to some of the things and we come with good policies to ensure that you are better off. But hey, I heard one of them people, one named Marky G, come the other day and he said any of them win, they must stop everything what JLP do. So the no crime rate, they must stop it. The no taxation, they must stop that. The low unemployment, they must stop it. The hospital we have built up, they must stop it. The perimeter road, they must stop it. Anything that we are doing now, they must stop. They cannot be trusted with Jamaica. Plus the man lie. Plus market is a lie. And I said, him never hear Boa Davis talk in a parliament yet. I'm going to keep going. Next member of parliament, here I come.
Labor rights! As your JLP candidate for your coming general election on September 3rd. Labor rights, the Andrew Michael Holness government has done the work. We have issued a booklet with only 250 of our achievements. Therefore, we have nothing to be ashamed of. We have everything to be proud of. When you look at Salt Spring, $237 million was spent on the water main. Every single lane in Salt Spring has water running in there. Every single lane in Salt Spring is Baba Green. So nobody knows to worry about when they're coming home from work or party at night that they're going about them to again. They're walking in Baba Green. We have done tomorrow morning in a more focused and a more concentrated effort because we have to make sure that we just don't win the election. We want to win the election by numbers that tell the other people that time comes for them to go. So we don't worry about them fire when them are preach. Any fire them can light, we are the fire station and the firemen to out it.
My water? Okay.
Any blood them are talk about, we have the health centers them well modernized to deal with it. Sorry for them. It's our time come. We're choosing Jamaica one more time.
sun is hot, but we're here as we complete the nomination process for myself in Northwest and Era Clark in Central St. James. Here's an election scheduled for September 3. But you know, when things are settled in government, you have a thing when the prime minister signed up, something. You go back to cabinet to ratify. Well, September 3 is a ratification. Them other people there, you know where they are? The people of Montego Bay, Central and Northwest will ratify the nomination of Era Clark and Horace Chang as members of Parliament for Northwest and Central St. James. Some will say affirm because them are in the competition out there. So. It's democracy, so we have to nominate. But we go into the polls and settle the question without any debate. I want to keep you longer to remind you of a few things. The mayor and the member of the parliament have commented, but look, Montego Bay has been transformed by the Jamaica Labour Party government. We can see the municipal council begin the process of restoring the dignity and beauty of downtown Montego Bay. You go down the road, Harmony Beach is a place of harmony for all Montegonians, all St. James. Understand what the other people did? What the other people them do? Remember some people, they take the green out of the flag, them lock out the people at Cornwall Beach. Them lease out Cornwall Beach and talk about access to beach. We build, beautify and build a fabulous place for all Montegonians to go any day, relax and harmony beach. Right? Them lock you out, we build, transform and create opportunity. You look at our airport, it's now the best airport in the Caribbean. And our Minister of Tourism putting in millions of tourists in there to give opportunity. We're building on a highway to make life easy to transport or drive around Montego Bay. But even before we get there, you remember there was a time when you want to go to the airport in our flanker. You have to come downtown, take one tap if you drive again and go out there, so through traffic take you hours. Even before the highway finished, you can drive from Cornwall Court roadside straight through Bottom Pen, Glendevon, through Norwood, and you hit Iron Shore in 5 minutes. We provide opportunity for people, we build infrastructure, we provide opportunity for employment. This government has taken steps to change, transform and develop Montego Bay. What you see today is not what it was 10 years ago. And we'll finalize, we have restored peace. So we're building the infrastructure. You have a beautiful square to come to. You have a beautiful beach you can go to. We can party all night because we are restoring peace and harmony to our city. We have built out our police force. We have professional officers in place who are working to ensure crime is down, murder has gone down in St. James across the country. And let me just say one last thing. Some people start spread mischief, All the other side do is spread mischief and tell lies.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They don't know what's going on. But the one thing, it is this government that in looking at the sacrifice of people to build our economy, we gave the public servants the largest increase in public salary in any time in the history of Jamaica. We created a compensation package that is rational, and there's no talk about freezing wages, MOU that freeze at 2%, 3% across the board. We will negotiate and will ensure within the context of the economy, our public servants will be provided with a reasonable compensation that they can continue to work and even improve efficiency. The police at the peak, we will look at how they are proceeding, we're going to keep them comfortable, and we'll look at all public servants that we intend to increase our productivity, that more people will move from poverty to prosperity and have a peaceful, safe society to operate. Once more, surely, God bless you. We move on, down and turn back to 4th Street.
Well, those were your member of parliament for Central St. James as well as Northwestern St. James, right? Now back to the booklet, right? So next bulletin: free mediation, free counseling, free dispute resolution, and free victim support service through the new justice centers and expanded social justice division. Another bulletin: more prosecutors and legal staff were added, helping to speed up the court cases and improve the delivery of the justice system. Mind you guys, this clip right here, I just love it. They just look so militant. But anyways, back to the recorded achievements, right? More judges were appointed across all levels of the judiciary. Parish court judges increased from 50 to 78. Supreme Court judges increased from 32 to 42. Masters in chambers increased from 3 to 8. And Court of Appeal judges increased from 6 to 13. Parish court backlogs have been cleared, and the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal are clearing cases faster than ever. So most Jamaicans now don't have to wait as long for justice. More justices of the peace and notaries trained and appointed, doubling the access to trusted community leaders. Over 7,200 Jamaicans got their criminal records expunged, giving them a chance to move forward and start over. So that right there concludes the little section in the booklet about making Jamaica safer. And guys, all that I just read is just 2 pages, right? Right? It goes on to talk about each sector, right, including tourism, agriculture, so on and so forth, right? But side note, we're now on the Motorcade. Yeah, we're now a part of the Motorcade, and you know, some of you guys might see me right here hanging off. You know, like I said, it's just one of those things. We're tired of walking, so we're just itch out a quick ride, right? And it's not always like this in Jamaica, right? Given that this is about the Most Honorable Dr. Horace Chang, he also has a booklet, right? So I'm going to read some of his achievements from his booklet. So 1, the Montego Bay Bypass Project. Dr. Chang has been unrelenting in his push for the Montego Bay Bypass Project, which is expected to be completed in 2026 and will ease traffic congestion in the city. And let me tell you, we need this. As a proud Montegonian, I'm telling you, we are all just waiting patiently, eagerly waiting for this perimeter road to be done. We definitely need it. The traffic in Montego Bay has gone out of hand, and this will definitely help relieve some of the traffic, right? Back to his booklet, right? So his advocacy dates as far back as 2003, when he was a part of the designation to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, to sign a letter of intent for the funding of the road. Today, as a result of responsible economic policies, the project is now being financed by the Dr. Andrew Holness-led government. So, like we said, we're getting the perimeter road, and we all cannot wait for this road to be completed. So 2026, them say, and that may I work with. Another one of his achievements, right? So the scholarship program. So Member of Parliament Dr. Horace Chang remains steadfast in his belief that education is the surest vehicle to drive young people from poverty to prosperity. Reflecting this conviction, since 2020, approximately 46 million has been spent on tertiary bursaries alone, benefiting around 470 students across his constituency. While tertiary students have been the primary focus of his educational support, Dr. Chang's interventions extend beyond university aid. At the Glendavon Primary School, he established a state-of-the-art computer laboratory to enhance learning outcomes, particularly for young male students who were especially drawn to computer-based learning. He recognized early that technology could be a powerful tool to engage boys at risk of underachievement. The Glendavon Training Center. In addition, a skills training center has been set up in Glendavon to further equip residents with practical competencies for the workforce. These initiatives form part of Dr. Chan's broader political strategy of combining education, skills training, and community investment to empower youth, uplift families, and build safer, more resilient communities. The booklet also has some testimonies from persons who have benefited from these scholarships. One is a young female by the name of Joby K. Evans, who attends Northern Caribbean University, whose Education was completely funded by the scholarship over the 4-year period, and she has expressed deep gratitude to the Member of Parliament, Dr. Horace Chang, for the financial assistance, right? Another person who is also benefited is Tavarno Roden, right, who is a final year student at the Northern Caribbean University as well. And he says, I do not know what it feels like to have a burden of tuition fees. Dr. Chang has lifted me, and so I can fully focus on my studies, right? So, yeah, the scholarship program, that's one of the things that he has done. Again, guys, I know I'm going through the booklets with achievements and so forth, but the Motorcade, you guys are watching the Motorcade to see all that's happening. Like, this is what nomination day is in Jamaica. Anywho, back to the booklet, right? Hundreds of unattached youths across Western Jamaica have benefited from the articulated truck driving program at the Jamaica Defence Force Caribbean Military Academy in Flanco, St. James. So this was conceptualized by Dr. Chan. The 6-month course equips vulnerable youths with skills for well-paying truck driving jobs. This offers an alternative to crime and idleness. Dr. Chang maintains that true national security requires investing in the youth to break cycles of poverty and violence. Next on the list of achievements, land titling, right? Hundreds of Norwood residents who long occupied lands informally are now proud land title holders. Thanks to the relentless efforts of Dr. Horace Chang, through the Housing Agency of Jamaica, his push to formalize the ownership has brought dignity, security, and empowerment to the residents in sections of the constituency. Dr. Chan views land titles as essential, recognizing the residents' years of hard work and investment in their home. He remains committed to supporting his constituents' ambitions to obtain legal ownership and improved infrastructure under the Jamaica Labour Party government. We're going to pause for the cause. So right here, this is the People's National Party. This is the opposition. They wear orange. And as you can tell from now, Jamaica Labour Party wear green, right? And, you know, we've come such a far way in politics. And it's something that we need to highlight and be proud of. Because back in the 70s, I know I wasn't around those time. I was born in the 90s. But back in the 70s, and even a little bit of time after that, you know, when it came to politics, there were just a lot of crime and violence associated with it. Again, we had passed the People's National Party out campaigning numerous times while we're on the road, and again we just pass each other, people waving flags. There's no crime, there's no violence, there's no disunity, and that's something to be proud of compared to where we're coming from in Jamaica back in the 70s. You know, a lot of people know the iconic picture where Bob Marley had Edward Seaga as well, Michael Manley holding hands, you know, during that time, during the election. But then it was so volatile. You know, I actually was supposed to have a meeting with I was supposed to have a business meeting, and the guy, he was supposed to travel to Montego Bay, and he was just like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna come to Montego Bay anymore until after election. And I'm just like, the day we were supposed to meet, nothing was happening. Nothing like, oh, today, this particular day was nomination day or debate day. Nothing political was happening on that day that he was supposed to come to Montego. But solely because it's election time, he was just like, you know, he's not going to be traveling that far. And he's much older than me. You know, and I think it's a mindset from back then, you know, LOL at these. Listen, Jamaica people that are easy, that the garbage men, they're just so hilarious. But anywho, yeah, so I just want to say that we've come a far way, and there's no crime and violence when it comes to politics. If you're a PMP, you're a PMP. I'm JLP. There doesn't need to be, you know, one bag of crime and hate, and, you know, there's no need for all of that, right? And I'm glad to see we have evolved past that. The social housing program, right? So Dr. Chan has transformed my living situation. That was the testament of a woman affectionately called Miss Sam. And they show also a picture of a young woman by the name of Corinne Brown, showing off the title she received from Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness on the receipt of her new home in Norwood, right? And I'm going to insert the picture for this. You'll see right there, right? So, you know, they're out here, they're working people. The Harmony Beach Park. So the majestic transformation of the once called dump which is a public beach, into the picturesque $1.3 billion Harmony Beach Park. Now, as somebody that's born and raised in Montego Bay, you know, it's so funny. Harmony Beach Park is there, but I still call it Dump Up because that's just what we have known it as. But let me tell you, the transformation from Dump Up to Harmony Beach Park has been a very good one. I drive past this almost daily, and you can see people over there in the park enjoying the facilities, the basketball court. They host a lot of different events over there. Like, it's just a really nice park, and it's utilized by the public a lot. So, you know, the 1.3 billion, when them did announce how much it costs, we're just like, wow. But, you know, it is being utilized. And what I will say, one of my major concerns was whether or not it was going to be maintained. And it has been roughly 3 or 4 years now since it has been open and it has been maintained. So it's a good look. The Sangster International Airport expansion. So the modernization of the recently upgraded Sangster International Airport, located in the St. James Northwestern constituency, stands as one of the most monumental legacy projects during the tenure of the Member of Parliament, Dr. Horace Chang, and the Jamaica Labour Party. The multi-billion expansion project aimed at enhancing the airport's facilities and capacity to accommodate increased passengers traffic and larger aircrafts, including a runway extension, upgraded immigration hall and departure lounge, as well as improved security and retail spaces. These efforts are transforming the Sangster International Airport into a world-class facility, solidifying its position as major gateway for tourism in the Caribbean, serving millions of locals and international passengers annually. And as an avid traveler myself, as well as someone who owns and operates a tour company here in Jamaica, again, guys, check out my website, amandas876adventures.com. Follow me on all social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram. You can check out my TripAdvisor reviews and stuff. You know, it's really good, the expansion of the airport, because it does help with reducing the delays in when you land and you have to get out, and when you're leaving, you know, it does help with the ease. And yeah, again, like I said, check out my other social media, and if you're traveling to Jamaica and you're looking for a tour company, and yeah, you can just check me out. My website will be in the description below. By the way, guys, this is a part of the new perimeter road I was talking about. Yeah, prosperity. Yeah. Anywho, those Specialized Operations West Facility. So the Jamaica Constabulary Force Specialized Operation West Facility, a colossal $10 billion project, will be established in Montego Hills as a part of the government's multifaceted crime fighting strategy. Designed to accommodate about 500 police officers, this state-of-the-art facility will bolster law enforcement efforts in crime hotspots across western parishes. Residents in and around the Montego Hills stand to benefit, as the development beyond its core policing role will also function as a community center, fostering stronger interaction and partnership between the police and the residents. So yeah, that's basically, you know, there's booklets with some of his achievements. Again, I'll be leaving the link in the description below. So if you want to take a look at it, you can take a look at it yourself. Some of the stuff I never really included, but the majority and the most important stuff I did. And right now we're down in the community, and I'm going to let some of these persons who have been out here all day, out and about on the roadways, I'm going to let them give some of their testimony, and then we're going to listen to some of the politicians, right? But again, guys, thank you if you've made it this far. Like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on post notification. If you're traveling to Jamaica and you're looking for a tour company, look no further than your girl, right? And I'll see you guys at the next vlog.
You ready? Yeah? Why I choose Jamaica Labour Party and turn my dog in a Jamaica Labour Party? Because I say progress, prosperity. From I was a little girl until now, when we are say high up, until now we are saying, you get what I'm, Andrew at the boss. Third term, one Prime Minister, one Andrew Holness. Show our labor rights. Now.
My reason why I choose Jamaica Labour Party, because Andrew, Michael Holness have done so much for Jamaica. Educational wise, crime wise, and also a lot of road has been fixed. So that's my reason for choosing Jamaica Labour Party, one Andrew Holness.
Yeah, man, third term loan.
The reason why I say JLP, because JLP is for the people, for a better future, progress and prosperity. Vote JLP, third term, loading.
Ready?
Tell the people why you choose Horace Chang and why you choose JLP.
Because you know, say crime rate good and some style can live good in my community. I just like a party, you know? Yeah, that's why I choose JLP.
Give thanks to life, baby love. ISIS. So what it's all about?
Yeah, so tell the people them why you choose Horace Chang. Why you choose JLP?
Well, let I tell you straightforward why I choose JLP. Because I live to see it, you know. I live in a community where crime rate 2005, 2006, 2007 come up, a turmoil. Because if you have a pass where I live, dangerous place, I have to take over my dead people. Them time I still take up dead people. I see the reason why I choose that. I swear this administration put the country first and put people first aside and put a stop to crime and violence. So, comparing to where I and I live, since 2014, 2020, 24, 0, 0, 0 crime rate in the I community. You see that? So you can go anywhere you want to go. Cannot name crime and violence again and the straight love and unity. The next thing, when I say them people here, them deserve a third term. Only for a reason. Check the health system. Check Cornwall Regional Hospital. And the main aspect, when I look on Cornwall Regional Hospital and see where health come from to where it reach now, I can see the future where they're there for people to live and have a good, comfortable life. I tell you straightforward. So when I tell you, it doesn't true, you see in a Horace Chang shirt. Don't look for a green shirt, no orange shirt. I tell you what the administration them do. And for the 9 years when them did it, trust me, them deserve all another 9 years. The most critical area, them attack it. Look how them deal with the police, the JCF and the JDF. Then triple the size of that. Make police, soldier have a first class life so them can comfortably do their job to get crime under control. So we have to give them props to all them things there. So that's the main reason I would tell Jamaica, say, choose the party here. Because the party mean Jamaica good and it mean the people of the country good. Give thanks to life, baby love.
Well, my JLP for me at 18, you know. I mean, now let down a party here. A party here is so good to me. The party here carry me through. The party here make me happy. Although sometimes I have a little up and down, but me happy around them. I mean, me not change. Me not changing. I love the party so much from a young girl. Till now I am 63 years of age. I still stay in shower. Labor right. And I also appreciate my counselor too as well. But Dr. Chang, I love him for my heart. And Andrew Holness, my bigger heart. Me not let go. Alright? Alright.
Councillor Damien Brown, Mobile West Division. Third term loading. The only party we can campaign with performance, no promise. Third term loading. Vote Dr. Horace Chang. Vote Jamaica.
That is the
Yeah, we have done this before. I will back at it again. Horace Chang, the best member of Parliament we have ever seen in our present. So it is our duty today to nominate him and celebrate him. And then we are now going to ensure that what we did today is confirmed on September 3rd. I want to understand. Now, we are in Mr. Sinclair's house. So, I am going to ask the 5-star general to come and bring greetings. I'm between no labor rights across Northwest St. James. I just want to ask you, don't take none for granted. No, sir. Ensure that you go. You're doing the work. Yeah. I mean, doing the work, you have to know who the voters are. Yeah. And ensure that when September 3rd comes, that we ensure every voter goes out and put their eggs beside it. When you reflect on the history of St. James in 2002, when the Jamaica Labour Party won 3 seats in St. James out of 4, the Prime Minister at the time, P.J. Patterson, said, Montego Bay is salt through 1 spoon. Remember that. And let me tell you, from that day, it stayed in my mind that the PNP no good for St. James. No. The PNP has not done anything for St. James, and in particular, Northwest St. James. I remember the good drive tour of Northwest St. James. Today, we proved by this tour that we went on. Of course. And you can drive from one end of Northwest St. James and then up on the other end of Northwest St. James. Dr. Horace Chang, and out here in Sangster and in Providence, I tell you, a woman bush that used to call it, and a woman bush again. It is Providence, it is Providence, it is good road, road. When we look down in Red Dirt, we are changing here from Red Dirt to airport views. A track that led from Central Avenue down into the Red Dirt area. And I tell you, I walk down there now, they're walking on this mud and water and so forth. But we have transformed that also. So the Labour Party, Jamaica Labour Party, Dr. Horace Chang is a person who seeks to improve on the infrastructure in communities. And it is important when infrastructure in communities is done, because it changes the psyche, how people feel about themselves, how people feel about their community. And right now, when we're done with Kodak Street, sidewalk, good walking avenue, it went to a perfect road was conceptualized with the work of Dr. Horace Chang. It is being implemented because of the advocacy of Dr. Horace Chang. And what that is going to do is to open up the interior of St. James for more development, for housing development, so Labour right can build more homes. And let me tell you, so Labour right, I said that would be. I just want you to continue. We're going to continue the journey with Dr. Horace Chang as your member. Touch your crime. Yeah. Because we're taking it down from this up to down here. By virtue of doing that again, because you need to entertainment business. What you're going to do is to open up the police to be willing to give more permits to everybody. Because we do the work. The organization continue. It's not just about putting on shirt and putting on cap and putting on this and putting on that. There is need for organization at work. And when we're done on September 3rd, JLP must move to Northwest St. James. It's real.
I want now to bring to address you the Deputy Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Minister of National Security, but most important, our Member of Parliament, Dr. Honorable Horace Chang.
One tender, and a good road, and a long way to shop. Near enough,
The center said something that I have to recall is at this point. Remember, like we talk about the infrastructure, but how we start, you know. I just saw Gig here and Hillcock, but some of the older ones, I just saw older ones in Plank. I remember that when we were breaking the road here, not even public works returned. We had a work day, and public works carried dynamite come up the stone right beside Hillcock house. That's how we started to build that road into Plank together. So in addition to doing the work of government and getting government to invest in the community, we have a strong working relationship, a working bond with our people in the constituency that has helped not only to give us a strong political base, but to work together to overcome the issues and to build opportunity for people out there. When you go, they talk about bottom pen. When we used to go bottom pen, we park at the where the water run off, we go down Dapper Lane and walk. There was one car in Dapper in bottom pen. One car. Not even a car. I old fire that, but again, drive. Nowadays when I go bottom pen, trust me, if them invite you to the Plank, you have to get call ahead because there's 2 cars in every place congested. Turn around and you couldn't turn the rocks ready, you know, they have party on till midnight and bring big name man up there like Valiant and the place. So it's a reflection of how far we have come. Not only that we can drive through the constituency and good infrastructure, it's also true that we look and we see individuals improving their lives. The houses now, we have very few wooden structure in place. Everybody built up a nice home. We have more to go, but we have to keep building, we have to keep the progress in place. We cannot look back. We have to keep putting the infrastructure in place of the opportunities that everybody, including the younger ones who are coming, can look towards having a comfortable place in Northwest St. James, near the family, and living together. What we have done, invested more in Montego Bay than any other time in its history. Look at the airport, you know, a big airport, a real airport. You all travel, it look like a Miami airport now. They have left it behind, we have it, number one. We talk about not only party and night football coming back on stream since we cut the crime down. When you look at it now, all across the community, people having activities. But more critically, we build a recreational spot downtown, having the beach is now a place where the entire family go to. We're going on Saturday, people from all over Jamaica and all over Montego Bay, Flanker, Norwood, Glendevan, Rose Heights, they are there and they carry the whole family and relax on Harmony Beach. I hear them a little argument out here recently about a little thing at Sandals Beach across here. So them lock Jamaicans out at Cornwall Beach. But don't forget that, you know. And them people lock out the people at the Carnival Beach, which is our beach, and them locked out and give it to somebody, to something under the table, because now it's hotel built up there, you can't go there. But we build Harmony Beach, one of the finest beach in Jamaica. Finest place to go to the beach, relax, enjoy yourself, and have a good day. So families can have a good time in the day. So you can do everything. Yes. So what we're building is a complete community for all our people. Better roads, better housing, you have opportunities, you make money, you can have a better quality life, you can drive a car, if you have a second-hand one, you start. Send the kids to school. And in that area we have helped more than any other time in history. Between myself and the council, Centre Sinclair is here, Mr. Cummings up on the hill there, you know, and the young journalist recently, young Damian Brown from PSU, and of course teacher from Glendevan. I seek to assist the kids to go to college. So our students, young people from Flanker or from Norwood can come out and we help them to become them lawyers, them doctors, them bachelors in all kind of event, and come back here and work and help run the country. That is, we believe, every single Jamaican, wherever they're from, whether Canterbury, Bottom Pen, Glendevan, Norwood, Flanker, they have a right to participate in running the country, and we have to give them the chance to do so fairly and straight. So it is the Labour Party that has brought that to Montego Bay. When time comes, you go down to the office, you set down your name, we give you a little grant to help you get through college. Now, we know it's not expensive, but when you can go through college and come back, the entire family is built. It's like a builder. In more than building the house. When your two kids come out and three of them come out, they go to college, come back, have a profession, some migrate, but whatever it is, they are now in a position to make life better for the whole family. We build people, we build the community, we build and we keep them safe. Remember the days when I used to come in here, then you know I don't go to a funeral. I'm not like, it was too much to go to and I don't like funerals. But whether it was Flanker or Norwood or Glendevan, it was painful when I have to go there in the morning and I look and I see my friend I was walking with yesterday and dead today. Sometimes simple things. I don't want to get into that, but the reality is that we're losing some of our best young people. Then now says she wanted to turn DC, we go down and find her shut her gate. I would call all the names in Flanker. Some of my friends, my patients, and party workers, all supporters, we lost them tragically. That don't know. Man can talk with each other. Everybody born and grow in Northwest. Work together. Can work together, play together, and build together. So that's it low, and that's it. So we can work again. I said to the big head was here, my good friend and men from Glendevan, they can team up now after them doing thing inside the community. They won't going to play a field out here or down. They can do a bigger thing out there because they learn to come together and demonstrate that we can work together not only within the community but across the community. Have a good fun and enjoy yourself and make some money in the process because you have to make a money to live a better life. Alright? The Labour Party is set out to do that. We want to ensure that our communities are stronger, healthy and peaceful.